Oh, wait. Oh, there you go.
With one on the clock, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so Thompson nails both of them. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step as a basketball player? Because I know this is just the beginning. I haven't even reached my potential yet. I think I have a long way to go.
I think he's already a top 5 player. With his skill set and physical tools, he can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Derrick Rose is out there with Thompson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Durant. And it's Gilmore in at the 5, down low. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kind of a quirky personality for Jimmy Butler, more than a little mischief in his sense of fun.
Yeah, but he's always got a method to his madness, and I heard it once said that you have to dare to be great, and to dare to be great, you got to dare to be different, and Jimmy doesn't mind being different. How about listening to country music, something he started in college at Marquette to annoy his teammates, and then also this. Would you do this, Kevin? Give your phone number out at a press conference? Jimmy Butler daring to be different and daring to be great.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Now here's Allen. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And again, the Bucks miss. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. In third, the Warriors.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
And so Allen will bring it up for the Bucks. 6-point game. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half. And Hayes kicks to Robertson. 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Arenas with the bucket.
And you have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas, a big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Robertson against Curry. And here's Arenas outside. Chamberlain with the rebound.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jump.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
Now here's Rodman. Scottie Pippen unable to get his shot to go. Rodman kicks to Pippen. Over Abdul-Jabbar. Rebound, Milwaukee. Now Robertson. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Warriors on top. They lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're open.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Taking a look at the Warriors. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. He's out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Kareem. Then it's Allen. And it's Robertson in at point guard. No good that time. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. 18 feet out. They get it back. And then Rodman with the dunk.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Robertson passes to Hayes. Giannis high post. And the rejection by Curry. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
Right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Outside to Weber. There's the three, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Weber's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nothing like watching Weber go right up with it. Like how he doesn't waste any time. No wasted motion, no wasted effort.
Right at the free throw line, and the shot is long.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Unseld, the pass to Wall. This is to Weber. From deep three-point range, Antetokounmpo, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Wall against Rose. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead by 6. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Pippen. Michael Jordan is out there with Curry. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Rodman in at the 4 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Arenas against Curry. Arenas kicks to Robertson. Weber, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Got to be aware of where Weber is at all times. I mean, when the shot goes up, this guy is getting into position, doing his work early so he can get those putbacks.
To the inside, Rodman. Good D by Weber.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The pass to Robertson. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Bucks with some changes. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Weber. And Hayes subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. Here's Jordan. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Rebound, Malone.
Oh, just incredible, that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're leading by 1. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from three. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
And Kevin, that three ball of Curry down. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
Robertson's shot is off.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Abdul-Jabbar dishes to Antetokounmpo. Off target from three-point range. Warriors leading by 4. Outside Jordan. Fires for 3. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Jordan. 11 points for Steph Curry.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
And again, the Bucks miss.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Floats one, and that one drops for him. And it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're behind by 9. 43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's Arenas. It's tipped. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. And so it's Milwaukee now. They trail by 11. Just 4 to shoot.
You know, Butler's got the quickness and the tenacity to be, I think, a nightmare of a defender. Affects that shot for sure.
Thompson looking for an opening. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming